Hello there, What Culture football fans. I'm Adam Wilborn from What Culture, joined by Adam Cleary and Andy Murray. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, to discuss England's World Cup semi-final against Croatia. Adam Cleary, I will come to you in a second. Andy Murray, is football coming home?
No. As much as I want to stand here and say no and pee all over your chances and rubbish the things, I have this horrendous feeling in my gut that Adam Wilborn, it is maybe, perhaps, coming home.
That's the best we're going to get out of you, isn't it, that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to stand here and praise your team, even though it's objectively very good. I'm not going to stand here and talk about the great bunch of lads, even though they are indeed a great bunch of lads. All the positive qualities in the side, all the differences between this and the failed golden generation teams of years gone by. Oh, they're just very good, aren't they?
It's beautiful, that, Andy, in a way.
Yeah, no, it's an admission. I'm not proud of it. I'm sorry, Dad, if you're watching this. Please don't. God, lads, I can't stand this.
Adam Cleary.
I will say, I'm going to temper this. Obviously, I have been running around like an idiot, telling everyone it's coming home for a while. But I will say that in the cold light of day, the summer's gone. Effectively, it's grey. It's overcast today.
In Moscow.
There's a sharp edge. There's a sharp edge of reality about all this. All I will say is, if it doesn't come home now, it's probably never coming home.
It's getting locked out.
It will never ever have a better chance in its entire life to come home. And yeah, I mean, this is a Croatia side who are good. They're fine. They're not one of the world's leading footballing nations. They're not at full strength. They're not playing particularly brilliantly. They're kind of playing within themselves. They struggled against Russia purely by virtue of them having a bit of pace and a bit of organisation. And if they do get past that, it's a France side who are one of the best sides in the tournament, but in a tournament that has been really devoid of incredibly good sides. They can be got at.
Now, as you say, Croatia have not been great since the group stages, but I think in a way this kind of boils down to experience against youth.
Yep.
You look at how many players have played at major tournaments for England and Croatia and how many games they've played. Is that going to be a key factor tonight?
It's one of those, isn't it? Because you look at that Croatia side, they've got better game management, they've probably got more adaptable players, they've got they've better variety in how they play, but again, they looked absolutely shagged against Russia. Yeah. And it's just, I mean, I watched that game in a bar in Krakow. I've been away, hello. And it was full of Russians projecting the match onto a bed sheet. And like, genuinely, they were stunned when Croatia got that second goal. Like, they thought they were on top, they were breaking quite well. Watching the game, it was literally only Modric was doing any running for Croatia. Everybody was lethargic, was two-dimensional. Modric kept getting the ball from deeper and deeper positions and running further and further and further. And by the end of it, you just sort of felt sorry for him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go so far as to say he's carrying this side, because they have got an objectively very good team, Croatia, but he's certainly the driving force. He's certainly the one that, I think at the minute, when they do look a little leggy, when they look a little bit short of fitness or a little bit short of ideas, he is the one who is going, well, I'll just win this game for us then.
Like, I think the experience versus youth thing does come into it, but not in the traditional sense of you can't win anything with kids. On the contrary, I think England's youth, relatively, is their biggest advantage. The zest and vigour in players like Lingard and Sterling and even Kane up front.
They're enjoying it, aren't they?
They're having fun. You look at these training pictures as they come out on Instagram and Twitter and whatnot.
Battering each other with rubber chickens.
Yeah, like flying around in swimming pools. It's a very, very harmonious, positive camp by the looks of things.
I've got to say, it's kind of a bit of credit. I'm sure someone will write a book about this in years to come, regardless of how they do, but the social media team England have taken with them have absolutely killed this tournament. Everything that comes out from the camp looks fun, looks positive, makes people excited for the games. The interviews they're doing, they're all speaking very eloquently, they're all speaking very intelligently. It's not, I mean, you talk about the golden generations of the past. We've seen, group stage interviews with Steven Gerrard was like, well, obviously it's going to be quite tough for us, but obviously the boys were used to success at like our clubs and that, so we'll try our best. And like, where's this one? Like, it's Kyle Walker joking about everybody calling Harry Maguire slabhead. Like, it's just, they just look like they're having a great time, and it's what football should be.
Now, we'll move on to key players in just a second. I want to give you a quick stat attack. The last meeting at a major tournament was in Euro 2004 when Rooney was on fire. England ran out 4-2 winners. Of the 7 matches at tournaments, or 7 matches between England and Croatia, I should say, not at tournaments. 4 have been won by England, 2 by Croatia, and there's been just 1 draw. So let's move on to the key players. For England, I mean, you could name pretty much 1 to 11.
Yeah.
But
I'll stop you there in the middle of your notes. The key player in this entire game is Jordan Henderson, because he hasn't been really getting isolated or exposed in any of the previous games. Like Colombia didn't isolate him very well. He will get moved from side to side, because we've seen, not to be like a proper tactics wanker here, but you've seen Modric and Rakitic play quite wide. They're playing centre, but they move out wide. Croatia, if they can do that and they can sort of isolate Henderson and move him from side to side while switching the ball to the other one, they could have a lot of joy. But by the same token, his ball's in behind for Sterling and Ali, or whoever plays in the sort of the 2 behind the 2 position, is very important.
Yeah.
This is the biggest game of Jordan Henderson's career by a mile.
I think on the England side, you've obviously got Kane's having a tremendous tournament. Jordan Pickford, one of the leading Golden Gloves contenders, up there with Hugo Lloris for me. But Kieran Trippier is having an absolutely fantastic tournament, not just from set-piece delivery, which has obviously been a key part of England's success here. He's been tremendous at right-back in general play as well. And I think he will be instrumental in neutralising one of Croatia's best players, and Perisic, of course, on the left.
I've just remembered it's tonight.
Oh.
Like, that's just hit me all of a sudden.
comes in waves, doesn't it?
Yeah, throw your pints.
So we got Modric and Rakitic. Mandzukic, we know, can produce moments of genius. We saw in the Champions League final a couple of years ago.
Quiet tournament though for Mandzukic so far. I mean, the dad's take here would be, oh, he's due a good game, isn't he? I don't know. I think the English defence can probably handle the big man. Because he's been playing a weird role for Juventus, kind of like as a left-wing target man come playmaker, and now he's in the centre again.
They still put it in the mixer. They just moved the mixer about 20 yards over to the left.
It's like Kevin Davies of Bolton. Well, no, it's not at all, but you know.
Chesterfield legend. Now, rumours of a potential defensive crisis for Croatia.
What was it your mate said? They're all in Strug City.
No, it's a direct quote from the Croatian team, I think. Will this affect them? And obviously, we've seen how great England have been at set pieces at this tournament.
I forget the name of the right back, which is terrible given that we are.
Schalke.
Yeah, that's what I meant. His absence is a big blow for them, because again, watching the game with all them Russian fans, but right up until he went off, he was fantastic. Like, his pace is excellent. And is it Vedran Chorluka they're going to bring in and shift the left back over to right back?
Didn't even realise he was still playing.
Vedran Chorluka, this comes directly from my encyclopedic knowledge of early 2010s football manager games. I had Chorluka in that side. He is not quick.
No.
He is very, very not quick. And Dejan Lovren is not quick.
No.
And England have got Sterling, Ali, Lingard.
Now, you mentioned Sterling there. As a non-England fan, how have you viewed him, and do you think that they are going to persist with him? Because I thought he did great in the games against Sweden and Colombia.
Yeah.
He just missed chances.
Yeah, he's...
He missed one chance. The second chance was offside. It doesn't matter. He missed one good chance in a game they were comfortable in anyway.
Yeah. Sterling is perhaps on his day the most potent attacking force in that team. I think it would be silly to leave him out of the team, even though he isn't putting numbers up. His general play is very, very good. The paintbrush, the finishing just isn't quite there. Again, a dad take, he's due one of these goals or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't take him out.
I know Southgate won't change his system because he loves his system very, very much. But if it was me, lads, it would be Loftus-Cheek for Ali, and just sort of say, right, look, we're not going to try and get 2 in behind all the time. Just you stay a bit closer to Henderson and just make sure he doesn't get caught out. If you get the ball at feet, take away, certainly, but, you know, just maybe try and make sure there's not that big. That's what I'd do. Yeah. But am I wearing a waistcoat? No, I'm not, so it doesn't matter.
Michael Cox better be watching for this job.
I am feeling very sick right now, so let's wrap this up. France in the final, obviously, in 1998, Croatia made the semis, and then were knocked out, but then there's history there. There's the Wally with the Brolly. They're talking about rewriting history. Andy Murray, your score prediction for tonight?
I'm sorry, Dad. 2-1 England.
Wow.
Adam Cleary.
I'm sorry, Dad. 2-1 England.
And I'm going to go 2-1 England, and love you, Dad. Right, thank you very much for watching. Best of luck to England tonight. It's tonight, boys.
I'm not going to jinx it by touching it.
Yeah, all for this. Well, not this one, but you know.
This is the real one.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out some more of our recent videos here. Thank you very much for watching. It's coming home. We'll see you soon.